Live from WWLTV, this is the Eyewitness News at noon.
At noon, we're following a tragic story from this morning. 3 children died in a fire in New Orleans East. Good afternoon and thanks so much for watching. I'm Whitney Miller. New Orleans police are now investigating this as a triple homicide. We have team coverage on this story with our Leah McNeil at the scene of the fire and Alyssa Curtis in Gretna, where a car connected to the case was just pulled from the river. Let's start with Leah at the fire scene. Leah, what can you tell us?
Well, Whitney, this is an incredibly emotionally charged scene, to say the least, both for investigators, of course, the family and neighbors as well. After 3 children died in a house fire, the 4900 block of America Street, that's where I am now here in New Orleans East. Now, these kids, they were 8, 5, and 3 years old. I've been here on the scene since 4 a.m. and I've been speaking to a lot of different people here in the area, but I talked to the grandparents who say they are absolutely devastated.
Who would ever want to hurt? Who would ever want to hurt me?
That's the question Angela Palmer Brown keeps asking herself.
Now our world is turned upside down because they was nothing but angels.
After her 3 grandchildren were taken far too soon in an early morning fire. NOPD says the children's mother called 911 at 11:55 last night, saying the kid's father was threatening to burn down the house. Minutes later, firefighters were on scene battling a blaze in the 4900 block of America Street.
To take your children, to tell her to go to work, I'm gonna watch the kids and them separated. And then you call and tell her, I'm killing the kids and burning down the house.
There shouldn't be nothing in his brain to ignite that kind of behavior.
While NOPD has not confirmed if the father started the fire, eerie surveillance video we obtained shows a man walking out of the home as it burns, getting into a car and driving away. Area Pastor Robert Brown says his focus is on praying for the kid's mother.
We just have to concern ourselves with this mother that's in the hospital right now. She's in a devastated state. She's going to need a lot of help. She's going to need a lot of care.
As she looks at the house her grandkids once called home, Angela can't help but notice the red fire truck and the scooter out front.
I see them on that porch. I see them. I'm gonna always see them. It's tattooed in my brain. I'm gonna always see them.
Now, the children's biological grandfather, who's also here with Angela, they actually heard the news and got on the road from Florida to make it here just to see it for themselves, because they told me that they just couldn't believe that this was actually happening. This is being investigated as a homicide by NOPD, and NOFD are still working to determine the cause of the fire. Already we see tons of community members dropping off balloons and stuffed animals to remember those kids who lost their lives in this fire. Reporting live in New Orleans East, Leah McNeil, Eyewitness News.
Leah, thank you so much. And breaking in just the last few minutes, we learned that a car possibly connected to the children's father has been pulled from the Mississippi River in Gretna. Channel 4's Alyssa Curtis is there right now. And Alyssa, what are you seeing this hour?
Whitney, right now the scene is clear, but less than 45 minutes ago, a tow truck pulled that car out of here. And again, like you said, Gretna police say they do believe that car may be connected to that unfortunate fatal fire in New Orleans East. Now, we're here in Gretna on the Mississippi off of Lavazier Street. That's where that car was found in the water. Again, Gretna police pulled that car out of the water, and it took them a little bit to get it out of here as they were investigating it. They tell me they are releasing the car to the NOPD, and the NOPD will now take over. It's unclear if there was a person in or near the car. The car was heavily damaged, as I'm sure you can see on your screen right now. The back bumper of that car was completely lifted and flipped over the back windshield, and there were also pieces of that car scattered all across the grass. The front bumper was also damaged. It's also unclear how the car got into the river. Of course, there's a levee between the river and the road, so it's unclear how the car got up and over or drove around and into the water. Again, it's unclear if a person was in or near the car. We have very limited information from Gretna Police and NOPD right now, but again, we do know that Gretna Police say they believe that car is connected to that fatal fire in New Orleans East that unfortunately and tragically killed those 3 juveniles. Of course, we are working to get more information, and we'll keep you updated with any new information that we learn. Reporting live in Gretna, Alyssa Curtis, Eyewitness News.